All right, we have a special guest with us today. Can you please introduce yourself?
My name is Malik Work. That's it.
All right.
I do movies. I'm an actor, musician.
All right, before we get into it, I just want to humbly apologize for all the misunderstandings and jokes and whatnot we were making. You know, it was nothing personal. It was just all fun and games. So if anybody got hurt in the situation, I just want to apologize for all that.
No, I didn't get hurt, but I saw the potential for me to be offended because I heard the tone. And actually, I hit up my friend who directed it, and he was like, "Be careful, you know, there's some mean people out there on the internet." So then I went and I listened. I was like, "Oh, okay, they got jokes." And actually, when we first made the movie, I was so excited. You know, I was a young actor. It was one of the first movies that I ever been a part of. I had a large role. I also did the music supervision, and I was an up-and-coming musician at the time. So it was really big to me, and I'd never made a movie, so I didn't realize how budgeted it was going to come out looking. So whatever the product was, what it was, but I was still really excited. And then I saw some reviews on the internet that had nothing to do with y'all, and it kind of scarred me, you know, because actually I wasn't into the internet really. I still didn't have a computer,
right?
And I didn't know internet culture, and people were just mean spirited. And so if this was going to be another one of those things, I didn't want to help that along. You guys didn't say anything specific, although you said something about like it was badly acted, and I took that personally because I actually teach acting, and that's one thing I know. I can't do everything well, but I will tell you I'm a good actor. I'm not saying that was my best work at all,
right?
Ever, but I know I wasn't whack, and I would never join my own ridicule as an actor. So I was just, kind of being careful.
No,
actors are sensitive. Artists are sensitive.
Right.
People.
No, we respected that. We respected the fact that if that was your reason for it, we would just say you could have came in here, crack a joke with us, make fun of us and our little thing we got going on here. But like I said, it's just all fun. I definitely respect the fact that you guys were able to put together a movie, a low budget movie like that, because everybody knows how hard it is to put stuff like that together. So can you give us maybe an interesting piece of information that people who aren't behind the scenes would like to know when it comes to shooting a low budget movie like that?
Behind the scenes, I know, half the cast was friends of mine, and we shot it actually off of an outline, we improv'd a lot, so, there might be some moments where the script sounds like, really, you wrote that? Like, no, it wasn't all written out.
Now, when you say
a lot of improv.
I'm not trying to cut you off, but you mentioned that you work with your friends on there. Did y'all have to come up with a contract when it come to paying them, or they just do that off of the love and just didn't really expect nothing in return?
You know what? It was so long ago, I don't really remember. I know everybody didn't have a contract.
Right.
I don't remember, man. It really was. I think it was more than 10 years ago. Yeah, it was like 15 years ago.
Woo.
And I was happy to be a part of it. I don't know what date the movie says, but that's when you sell it,
Right.
We made it before it got sold. So, I know one interesting, the thing I'm most proud about is that, and I'm not sure, because we did a couple in that style. There was, there's Bloodz versus Wolvez, but there's also Vampires, Brothers in Blood.
Mm-hmm.
And, similar cast, me and Rich are, the lead characters, the same as Bloodz. He's the head of the Vampires, I'm the head of the Wolvez. And we did this vampire movie, and I saw a kid around my block, and I hadn't seen him for a while. He used to sell me trees, and I was like, "Yo, what happened?" And he was like, "Yo, man, I was up north. I got locked up, man. I'm gonna tell you a story that's real. I out that I knew you, that like it helped me. It helped him turn his spirit around, and do his time with his head down, and it just inspired him, and that was one of the most beautiful things I could hear. He didn't attest to the quality of the movie or how dope it was, but just the fact that he saw me in a movie, and he told all his cellmates or whoever was in the rec room at the time.
Okay.
That was his man, and it provided a little moment of self-respect and whatever. I'll never forget that. My man Butter.
Awesome. All right, before we get on to asking what you got going on currently, I just have a quick question. Now, you mentioned the titles of these movies. What made y'all do movies like in that like field, dealing with the like vampires and all that stuff like that?
Well, I don't know how much of his business I could put out there, but it wasn't. I didn't make it. I was a big part of the talent, and I don't know if I should be telling his business, but there was a specific reason. Basically, he knew how to sell that genre.
Oh, okay.
And this kind of urban horror.
Oh, okay.
I guess it was easy for his agent to sell, and I'll leave it like that. And actually, surprise to me, man, too. This is the days when Blockbuster was still out, and like I said, that first one, Vampires, Brothers in Blood, that was the number 4 rental in America at one point. And I'm not bullshitting you, or at least this is what we all told each other. This is what the director told us. He had access to these numbers. I don't know why, but I believe there was such a lack of, African American films at the time.
Still, I know.
Basically, any black films, just people watched them. And at one point or another, it was supposed to be the number 4.
Wow, I definitely didn't predict that. Awesome. All right, so we got a limited amount of time left. So go. Can you tell us what you got going on currently? You shooting any more movies, making music or whatever?
I am. I slowed down making music so much just because it had me in the club all the time. It was a certain lifestyle. I have a son now, so I'm trying to do a more of a daytime 9 to 5, not 9 to 5, but during those hours I want to work. So I haven't been performing as much music, but I just wrote a couple of original pieces for. I got commissioned by National Dance Institute, and I performed them from like an orchestra pit. A couple pieces about Harlem. That's their yearly event. Was about Harlem. I was on what you call it? You said it when you reached out. I was on
Blacklist.
Blacklist Redemption. This spring, last year, I was on what do you call it? Broad City on Comedy Central.
One of my favorite shows.
And I produced and started my own one-man show at Theater for the New City this year. And I've been teaching a lot. I'm teaching Shakespeare. I'm teaching acting. I've been teaching a lot more, and I love it. And I mean, I'm doing all kinds of things. I don't know what to put out there, what to protect at this point. I think I'm being a little careful.
Mm-hmm.
But Malik Work, you can see me on I don't know, Instagram, Facebook, whatever's clever.
All right. So you mentioned one man show, which is interesting.
Yeah.
There was a movie last year that came out by the name of La La Land that included someone doing a one man show. Now that transitions to my question dealing with the whole Moonlight and La La Land scandal. What did you think about that?
The scandal, I don't really know what was scandalous about it. From what I know is that they said it was La La Land who won the Oscar, and it wasn't. It was Moonlight.
Right.
Anything scandalous?
Yeah, do you,
that I don't know about?
No, I'm saying, do you think it, because you know how people say they did it for the ratings or it was an actual accident? What's your whole thought process on that?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I know Moonlight was, I thought it was a good film.
I feel it.
I always watch. So I get that from my mother. I've done that from an early age. Black people winning, I'm happy.
All right. So what's your current favorite movie of this year?
My favorite movie of this year, I would have to say, is Alien Covenant.
Really? Now, why is that?
Yeah. Why?
Yeah.
It was hot. I mean, I'm a science fiction dude. I'm not a nerd or buff or whatever, but usually a science fiction movie come out, I'll go out and see it. Now, I had forgot all of the Alien, the earlier ones and the storyline and why it connected or whatever.
Right.
But the loose things that I did remember, I was like, oh, that's dope. Just it brought a lot of science fiction into one movie because it wasn't just they were on another planet, and so you had that kind of astronaut journey, but also it had this alien thing, but it also had an artificial intelligence storyline that was dope. So it was kind of 3 or 4 movies in one.
Okay.
It was this one character that Michael Fassbender played.
Yeah, he played the double characters.
So there was another one of him up there. So he was playing 2 different ones, and one was the 2.0 version of the old one, and then they got into beef because of what he had gotten updated to kind of edit out. His personality kind of went wild.
Yeah, we actually both seen that movie.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was saying both of us over here, we actually seen that movie. We didn't necessarily.
Did y'all like it?
I mean, we didn't love it as much as you did. I thought it was better than Prometheus, but I wasn't astounded by it.
Yeah, I mean, I think I had seen so much BS
Right.
around that time that it was just like it was a good movie to me, and I was like, wow, okay. But nowadays, if it's just a good movie, that's a surprise because it's usually like 1 out of 8, 9, 1 out of 10 even is a decent movie that I go to see because I get hustled every time, man. If you come out with a good trailer, I'm sold and I get excited for your shit.
Same.
It's whack almost every time, but I'm just a sucker, man. I love movies.
Nah, I'm the same way. I do think this year has been kind of subpar when it comes to movies, especially compared to last year. But there has been some really great ones to come out this year so far, like Get Out, Logan, Guardians of the Galaxy, stuff like that.
Get Out was crazy. Logan was cool. I didn't see why it was so amazing. I mean, it was kids, so that was dope. But I mean, I didn't think it was all what everybody else was saying. And of course, Get Out was amazing. Well, that was one when I saw the. I've been waiting for that for like a year. As soon as I saw the coming attraction, the trailer, I was like, that's gonna be hot. That's my life. I dated a white girl in high school and college. I went over to that family house, and I know that from the inside.
Dang, they try to put somebody else's brain inside yours? Hey, I didn't know that was.
I didn't have no hypnotist mother-in-law characters, but damn near.
I feel it. Well, we don't want to keep you past the time that we talked about, man, but we appreciate you coming on here with us. And
I respect you guys' response to my email. I didn't mean to be, difficult or whatever, and I'm glad you guys felt where I was coming from and kind of came at me again because it's all good, and I can laugh at myself. I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't making fun of myself to a certain degree, and then after that, I'm like, nah, I did put my heart and soul at the time. I didn't know everything about everything, but I was working, whether it looked like it or not. I was working hard, and I put my heart into that.
Nah, you good, man. We live and learn. We go through different situations and learn from it and all that. But
I got one final question, real quick.
Yeah.
Who's Z. Winston Brown?
And is that his real name? Is that his real name?
Is his name John Backus as well?
I don't know him as John Backus. I don't know anybody named John Backus.
Huh.
Because he's a real mystery. Because after we watched your movie, we looked into him, and there was 2 different names for, Bloodz versus Wolvez and Vampires as who directed it.
No, I know Z. Winston Brown. I don't know John Backus. I'll give you that.
Well, tell Z. Winston Brown to hit us up because we're definitely interested in talking to him, too.
Okay, I will. this link. Send me this link, and he'll see that, you know, the spirit is cool or whatever.
Right.
And I'll tell him to reach out that y'all was cool.
All right, man. Well, we appreciate you coming on here with us. Hopefully, we can do this again sometime in the future when we have more time.
Much respect. Yeah, man. I'll make a doper movie, and I'll give y'all points.
All right, man.
All right.
All right.
Yep. Thanks again.